Hello, what's up YouTube? I want to walk you through my current path of doing vorkath. I don't know my inventory and whatnot that I'm carrying. I'll just walk through a kill first before we go into anything else, I guess. So normally I teleport to my house, I use my pool if I need it. I'm full right now, so I don't really need it. I have a Lunar Isle portal, which requires, I think, Lunar Diplomacy to make. And then I have the quest done so I can bank here. If I need to get supplies or anything, I bank here, grab all my stuff, get my inventory sorted and whatnot, right? And then to get kicked off the island, I just talk to the other bank. Because I don't have the Fremnik Elite Diary done, so they just punt me off the island. Which puts me right next to these docks. If you have that diary done, you can just use the Fremnik boots to teleport to right there anyway. And then I ungale to Torfin, takes me to the island. My quick prayers are set to protect mage, piety, and preserve, sorry. And here I have this reminder to turn to walk because I always fucking forget. And then a few things happen on the first kill. I eat a monk or an anglerfish to get an inventory slot, equip my Bandos God Sword, drink a super combat, drink an extended anti-fire, click vorkath, turn on my prayer, use a special attack. It's a lot of things. If it noodles, I just hit again because I would like to have a spec hit on my first kill. Okay, they both noodled, great. Then I switch back to my Dragon Hunter Lance, my shield, and then I just start meleeing. I'm immune to all of his Dragonfire attacks. I'm not immune to his melee or his range, like spike ball thing. There's a fireball, you just step 2 squares away. This is the acid phase, this is a clear slot, so I'll walk here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this server is laggy as shit, so I don't know what's going on. Combo eat real quick, because I'm low. Normally I don't fuck that up, but I got lagged out in the middle of the phase and it threw off my ticks. But here you just kind of stab him. He attacks 6 times before he does the next phase, which will be the, what's it called? The ice freeze phase, which should be this next attack, I think. Yeah. So I click somewhere to stop attacking, click my Slayer's Staff. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Well, my Slayer's Staff was not on the default attack, so that's not good. Give me a minute. That disables your prayers, you just turn it back on. Sorry about that. Guess that's something you should always check. Make sure your staff's on the correct spell. Ow, dude. The fuck? Acid phase again. So we gotta find a clear line. This one's clear. If I don't die. 1, 2. As you can see, I haven't done this enough times to be like super confident with it. I'm getting there, but it's a struggle. Move 2 squares away. That fireball will one-shot you if you tank it on the square. If you tank it 1 square away, it's like 70 damage or something, so it's doable, but... Freeze phase, Slayer Staff, one-shot the spawn with Crumble Undead. Yeah, that time it worked. There's the range attack, that little spike ball thing. Dragonfire, I'm immune. Ball of Death, walk away. That disables your prayer. Acid phase, this one's clear. I'm watching the tile indicator of where my character's standing, so it's like bouncing between these 2 middle tiles. That's how I'm choosing when to switch back and forth. It takes a while to learn the feeling, but it's every 2 attacks, because he attacks every tick. My prayers. This might not... I usually get 4 kills a trip, but because that first kill was scuffed, this is probably not going to be a 4 kill trip, but that's okay. But I just did Dragon Slayer 2, like, I don't know, 2 days ago maybe, so I'm still learning this fight. Okay, froze me. This is also a good time to eat if you need to, so I'm gonna eat an angler and a parapod right now since I got time. After you cast that spell, it's guaranteed that that thing's dead, so you get a little bit of a breather. And he doesn't do any damage otherwise in that phase, and you can't hit him, so... But yeah, otherwise you just stab him a lot. If my BGSs had hit the specs, I might have a better chance of getting this kill quickly, but... Acid... Let's see, this one's clear. You can kind of see the tiles bouncing. You can only do half damage in this phase. If you can't do this walk yet, just like don't. Just walk around those pools and not get hit. This is a really slow kill for me. I usually get like 2-minute kills. Come on, man. Quit noodling. Wow. This may be the longest kill I've had. Even my first kill wasn't this bad, but alright. It's hard to commentate while doing this, I guess. Alright, Jesus. That was slow. Cool. Money. Yeah, I'll just book him again. We got enough stuff. I'll refresh my stuff. This is probably gonna be a 2-kill trip. Hey, that spec actually hit. Nice. Just dodge that 2 squares away. Dodge it again. I'm trying to hold off eating until he does another phase where I can't hit him, like this phase. So I'll cast this Crumble Undead and then I'll eat. So I don't waste any crazy amounts of ticks while I'm doing this part. I think I'm actually just gonna spec him again. Oof, tiny spec. It's alright, better than nothing. His defenses are much weaker this kill because of those BGS specs. Acid. This line's clear. Identifying the clear lines is something I really struggle with. I probably need to change these colors actually to not be green. That would probably help. These are all like rune light tile indicators and shit. My anti-fire was running out, so I just choked another one. 2 squares. Prayers again. Come on, man, just die. Slayer staff. Zombified spawn. Eat if you need to. I don't need to right now, so I'll just wait. Once it makes that little squeaky noise when it dies, that's when you can click vorkath and attack again without getting another immune to attacks message. Ow. Okay. Rude. Once I get higher defense, I think I'll take a lot less damage from those melee and ranged attacks. I only have 87 right now, so nothing crazy. But yeah, so there's a 2-kill trip. That's not ideal, but like whatever. Normally I would have food and supplies left over, but that's okay. So now I just reset, so I'll teleport to my house, grab my pool, turn my run back on for this stage. Head back to the bank that I can access, which is this first one with Bird's Eye Jack. Deposit all the stuff I got and all my like dented supplies. Which that one's actually good. Vorkath tab. Take out one of these. I use 2 doses because that's all I can usually like supply wise carry. I don't get to use more than that very often. And then an angler. And then you just do the same thing. Talk to the other bank, get kicked off, go back. It's nothing too crazy. But yeah, I hope that helps the rotation. I'm still learning a lot. Gear-wise, I'm using a Surf Helm, so I'm immune to Venom and Poison. Salve Amulet EI, so because he's an undead dragon, so you get 20% accuracy and damage and whatever, all other stuff. Dragon Hunter Lance, because again, same thing. I think it's 20% accuracy and damage. DFS, so I'm half immune to the Dragonfire, and then Super Anti-Fire, so I'm actually immune to all the Dragonfire attacks with those 2 combined. You could use a Divine Super Combat, I just use a regular one with Preserve because it's cheaper. I bring 4 perk bots, so usually I only use 3, sometimes I use 4 if it's like a longer kill trip. I'm using tuna potatoes instead of manta rays. They heal the same amount and they cost 200 GP less. And then carom so I can tick eat anglerfish just so I can free up a slot when I walk in. Because it lets you overheal. I wouldn't use anglerfish unless you're above, I think 93 HP is the breakpoint. And then rune-wise and Slayer Staff-wise, Slayer Staff is just so it can auto-cast the Crumble Undead spell, which is, what, Earth, Chaos, and Air runes. So in my rune pouch, I have Dust Runes and Chaos Runes, which allow me to cast Crumble Undead, and I have Law Runes, which allows me to cast the Teleport to House. Then I have Alks if I need them. I don't usually need them, but if he drops a bunch of rune items and dragon items, it's nice to just be able to condense all those items into one slot to like free up the inventory. But yeah, other than that, nothing really crazy. These could be Dragon Boots, this is Zergering Eye, this can be Barrow's Gloves. Bandos can be like Fighter Torso and Obsidian, or just a tank leg piece like Verax or something. The helm can be a like a Nezi or something else, Helm of Nezinot, or you can, and then you just have to swap out a prayer pot for an anti-venom and you'll be fine. But I think DFS and Dragon Hunter Lance are kind of required for melee. If you can't afford those, it's best to use the like the Dragon Hunter crossbow method, or range him with like a blowpipe. I think blowpipe is better than not having any, or not having the melee stuff. But you can't do melee without that Dragon Hunter Lance. If you have this, you're good. If you don't, you might want to look into the range with Void setup and blowpipe and shit. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. That'll be Demi out.